identify, like, can you say some benefits of yoga and meditation also? Because it is also very much important, as you said. So, can you
Yeah.
emphasize some of the benefits?
Spirituality from ancient times, the word spirituality is always associated with yoga or meditation.
Hmm.
Not rituals, not any puja, anything like that. It's always associated with yoga and meditation.
Hmm.
So people often have a mis idea about yoga and meditation. They think yoga is some kind of exercise. If you take your leg and put it on your neck, it's yoga. Or if you twist your tongue and put your hand back, hand behind your feet, it's yoga. It's nothing like that. Yoga is not twisting your hands and legs. Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yoga is a way. It's a technology by which what I told you, you should be able to control your body and mind.
Hmm.
It's a tool. Now, for an example for this is there's a screw or the
Hmm.
wood.
The
So
screwdriver.
I tell you, yeah, there's a screw put in a piece of wood. Now I tell
Hmm.
you, Rishabh, remove that screw with your hands, and if you try 1,000 times also, you'll
Yeah.
break your teeth, you'll break your nails, still you will not be able to remove that screw out of the wood. Now I give you a simple screwdriver.
Uh-huh.
You can remove it in seconds.
Yes,
What
right.
is the screwdriver? It's a tool. It's a tool
Uh,
that will help you to achieve whatever you want. So basically, yoga and meditation is like a tool, right?
hmm.
A tool doesn't have a religion, a tool doesn't have any idea. A tool is a tool. Okay.
Uh,
So this is a tool which will help you to keep in charge your body and your mind. If you do it constantly over a period of time, you can obviously 100% observe that your emotions, your body, and your mind is in your hands. You're
hmm.
not letting anyone determine how you feel. So
Hmm.
there, yoga is a way. It's a way. See, if I need to go deeper in this, so whatever is happening in the universe right now is in
Hmm.
some way happening to you. Okay, because your body is a consequence from this earth. So we are all connected to the earth, to the creation in some way or the other. Okay,
Hmm.
we are all.
Hmm.
So yoga is a tool which
Okay.
helps you connect to this aspect of creation, which is hidden within you. You have
Hmm.
not explored it. So yoga
Hmm.
is a tool which will help you explore this dimension of this dimension called me. What is the actual me? I'll not tell what is that me. Okay,
Hmm.
because then I don't know perfectly. So this
Okay.
yoga and meditation help you explore this aspect,
Uh,
what you are. Okay.
okay.
Yoga is a way to use your body,
Hmm.
because your body is the most, we have reached such a state of evolution where this is the highest machine, this is the biggest machine on the planet right now. There's no
Hmm.
other bigger machine than your body. It's the most
Exactly.
complicated and most sophisticated thing which has existed on this planet.
Hmm.
Is because of millions of years of evolution.
Hmm.
So your body has some very very deep secrets within itself which people cannot explore with the current lifestyle.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. So this becomes this dimension of the secret dimension of your body. How to use your body is you can get access to it if work upon your body with the help of yoga.
Hmm.
You have heard our culture in India. We have always talked about great stories of the past,
Hmm.
which uh, many are true, but many are stories also. I accept that. But I have heard
Hmm.
stories where people they can enlarge their body, shorten them,
Hmm.
they can
Uh,
disappear here, appear there, cut their hand and again fix it back. Right.
uh,
These they are very very recent things also which have happened like this, which are extremely documented extremely well, and they
hmm.
cannot deny the fact that it happened. Okay.
Hmm.
So it proves that there's something more to your body which is not in your current understanding. Okay. So you can
Hmm.
use your body in many other ways. So this dimension of the body is accessible through yoga.
Okay.
Meditation. If we come to meditation, yoga also does this, but meditation, I told you
Hmm.
if about your mind, body, and your energy, right? If
Hmm.
you have come charge on energy,
Hmm.
you can have 100% of your life is in your control.
Mm.
So now we'll just slightly shift our attention towards energy aspect of yourself.
Mm.
Uh, if we can tell that few layers of who you are. It can be body, mind, and one aspect of it is energy.
Mm.
So everyone has an energy. Now even science approves it that everything has its own
Mm.
energy around it. It has its own energy. You
Mm.
can very much feel it. If you're a bit sensitive also, you can feel it. This
Mm.
can be very much explained. You've not met a person before. You've never met a person before.
Yeah.
You go to him, you suddenly you feel happy, you feel
Mm.
calm, you feel peace. But at the same time, if you go to some other person, you'll feel very negative. You're not talk to
Mm.
that person, nothing. You don't have any thoughts about him also. But
Uh-huh.
the very feeling towards him will be a bit uncomfortable, right?
Mm.
So this is the play of energies. So how you feel, how you behave will affect how your energy is.
Mm.
So spirituality will somehow, this is a very very small understanding of it, but I'm just
Uh.
putting it for our viewers so it's simple for them to understand.
Uh.
Meditation helps you to make your energy in such a way that it becomes very pleasant. Your
Mm.
whole energy will become so pleasant that obviously your mind and body will become very pleasant, because energy is the basis of mind and body in a way. Okay,
Mm.
will not jump to detail, but your energy is in some way a big role play in how you are right now.
Okay.
So meditation will help you in a way to make your energies in so pleasant that you
Mm.
obviously feel very calm, peaceful, blissed out always, and it will help you explore the other dimensions of life. That's what meditation helps. Even a 10
Mm.
minutes meditation helps as much as a 2-hour meditation.
Mm.
Okay, it helps. If
Uh.
you constantly meditate, you ask thousands of there, almost 1 billion people practice meditation in the world right now, according to statistics. Almost
Okay.
1 billion people
Mm.
follow, do yoga, some sort of yoga or meditation.
Mm.
If you go to genuine yoga practitioners, like for
Mm.
example, I met so many people from the Isha Foundation or the Art of Living by Sri Ravi Shankar.
Mm.
They're genuine yoga practitioners, right? They have all kinds of issues in life, I'll tell you. And they are one of the most richest people on the planet. See, there are many people who are
Mm.
extremely rich right now, but they are the
Mm.
most unhappy people on the planet.
I
Okay.
see.
The same way, these foundations are very, very big foundations, so many, many rich people are there.
Mm.
But they are very happy in their life.
Mm.
Yoga, some people are there who have nothing. I have seen people who are in villages, like the most remotest villages of Tamil Nadu, in and
Uh.
around the foundation where I am associated with. They are most happy people. I need to tell you, they are so happy. They eat twice a day. They are very malnourished, but they are so happy and energetic always because of this simple yoga or meditation they have been taught by the foundation. See, of course, whatever they have been taught, they make sure they practice it. They have groups where they practice it every day. They are volunteers also. They're such happy people. We having in the city also, we have so much comfort around us, but we don't have the happiness.
Mm.
Whereas they don't have any comfort, just looking for food and water for survival, but still they're very happy. So this proves the point that spirituality and yoga and meditation makes your very nature in such a way that however your external situation is,
Mm.
you are not a problem. You are always happy. That's where
Okay.
yoga and meditation is in the most basic of aspects. This is the most
Mm.
basic of aspects.
Okay.
If you do yoga or meditation over a long period of time,
Uh-huh.
you will obviously discover much more than what I'm talking right now.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
just so
Fine.
much to it that we can never put it in words, just like that. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Like from recent days, okay, like from 2 to 3 weeks, I've also started meditation. Okay, and I'm doing simple yoga, not very much heavy yoga, because I've seen a lot of people doing heavy. So I have started with simple yoga, and before like first week I was doing like 5 minute meditation. Okay, because when I closed my eyes, a lot of thousands of thoughts was coming in my mind. Then I automatically opened my eyes. Then I tried 1 week for 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Then from
I'll
second
tell you
week,
one
I
thing.
uh,
Yeah, people think while you meditate you should not have thoughts. You know that they come to, I've heard, whatever I've heard from people, they come to yoga teachers and be like, please help me while I'm meditating. I have so many thoughts. Can you stop my thoughts?
uh,
So Sadhguru said this. Some person asked him, can you stop my mind? My mind has having so many thoughts while I'm meditating. So can you
uh,
stop this? So Sadhguru asked him, can I stop your liver and your heart at the same time? So what the hell are you talking? Like, how can you stop your liver and heart? So while you're meditating, you want your kidney, your liver, your heart to function, but you don't want your mind to function. Man, that's a stupid thing. Okay,
okay.
it is very much okay for you to have thoughts. Don't try or prevent having thoughts.
Uh,
If you're really keen, see many,
uh,
because I'm telling this because many people while they're meditating also, there'll be some instruction going on, but they're
uh,
so keen on stopping their thoughts that their
uh,
whole concentration is on thoughts, and the thoughts never stop.
mm,
They start putting efforts towards stopping their thoughts. For
uh,
example, now Rishabh, I'll tell you not to think about monkeys for the next 5 minutes. Don't think about monkeys for the next 5 minutes. 1,000 times in your head by now, monkeys would have come up. Okay,
exactly.
that's a
Yeah.
fact. Yes, right.
Uh,
So whatever you try to prevent becomes your quality. You become what you try to push away from you. That becomes you in some point of
mm,
time. So
okay.
instead of stopping your thought, just
Mm,
relax. If you relax into the meditation, naturally your thoughts will stop. Don't concentrate towards stopping your thoughts. Okay.
okay.
Sorry, I interrupted you here. You can sorry. Yeah, you
Okay, okay, fine.
you
Yeah, like
meditate.
you told the right thing. Okay, like whenever I do meditation, okay, I always think that okay, I will control. Like I will go into zero thought. Like I'm trying that I will try to go in zero thought, zero thought. Okay, like okay, one day it will happen. Little bit like what before first day, like first week I started. Okay, now I think might be fourth week. Now what I literally can see that time I was having a lot of thoughts was coming in my mind, but now it has been reduced. Okay, and before like
Yes.
first week I have done only for 5 minutes, but after that now I can do 15 minutes like easily. Okay, there is no problem because I have tried with
True.
5 minutes, 10 minutes, then I can do it 15 minutes. Yes.
Yeah, if you many times if you're not aware of what, if you're constantly practicing yoga and meditation, you may not be aware of what is happening. You may not feel any difference, but there's certainly a difference.
Uh-huh.
It's I need to tell you, yoga and meditation is such a thing that you cannot get to know in a seconds. Like I'm doing for 2-3 days, see I'm getting benefits. It doesn't happen
Uh-huh.
like that. If you do 1 month or 15, 20 days, 21 days, 48 days like that, you'll then start observing the benefits. If you see benefit, you'll never stop it. If I give you
Mm.
some treasure, will you be okay to leave that treasure? Obviously not.
No.
If you start feeling the benefit of it, obviously you'll start continuing it, and it's obviously beneficial.
Uh-huh.
That's how it is. Yes.
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, I think you explained the things very well. Okay, like about yoga and meditation and all. Okay, so it was good. Okay, and from I am practicing now. Okay, I hope I will carry it on. Okay, because there was lockdown from many days, so I thought, okay, let us practice these things because I have heard a lot of things, a lot of people saying that if you want to control your brain, if you want to control your work, energy, and all, you need to do
Yes.
that. Okay,
And
I
yeah,
listening to a
and
lot of
I
people.
think uh, spirituality is very, very relevant during these challenging times because people are sitting in between four walls. The UN is predicting a mental health pandemic. This is a fact. I'm not bluffing.
Oh my
The
God.
UN is actually predicting a mental health pandemic or a suicide pandemic. We have
Mm.
already seen during this lockdown, many people have having a lot of mental issues. They
Mm.
are feeling depressed, lonely because they are not able to meet people, see people, and things like that. So
Mm.
this is the time. There's no other better time to start with spirituality than this,
Okay.
because you have realized that you may be alive today, but tomorrow you may not be alive. Not
Uh-huh.
wishing to anyone, but it's a fact. You can't, just tell that I'll be alive all these days. Your mortality is on the stake.
Okay. And
So now
okay,
you
so
realize, yeah. So
Mhm.
now you realize that, see, the greatest everyone gets realized in their life at some point in time. The most of people when they die they realize that
Mhm.
all their life they were doing stupid things. Right.
Mhm. Okay.
Now when you are about to die, will you think about though how much money I have, how much bank balance I have? Nothing. Those things will never come to your life. The first thing that will come to your mind is, have I been happy? Have I been satisfied with my life? That's the
Mhm.
only thing. You will not think about what will happen to my money or what will happen to my house.
Uh-huh.
Have you been happy? Now, at that moment, are you happy? That's the only question which naturally comes to people's mind.